Round 2 at the Belfry. I mean, I don't, what else can I say? What else can I say? Round 1's tough. We're playing off the exact same tees. Pins are different, but wins are higher. We've got some soft fairways and greens, and we've got fast greens, which means it should be potentially a little bit slower. So the combination of this wind speed and then slower greens, softer greens as well, we might actually be able to, sit some shots down. But we shall see. I think again, if I drive, it's always kind of that question of, do you just drive it and then try and work out like a pitch shot into the wind? Because even with these wedges, right? Even with these wedges, when you get it into the wind, they're gonna want to spin. I don't know what I like. I gotta try 3-wood. We'll see how it goes. If we get some good layups into some full wedges, then maybe we'll look like we maybe we'll consider sticking with it. If the layups don't pan out, maybe we'll try some drives. I think we're really gonna have to play these by ear. A little uphill, a little into wind. I'm just gonna play gap wedge stock. I think sometimes I tend to over shape these. If we're a little bit beyond the hole, then I don't think that's the end of the world. I like the way that sounded. And I'm liking the way it looks if it stays. Okay. 6-footer. Looks like it's just, well, I don't know. From this angle, it looks uphill. From this angle, it looks downhill. So I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that exactly. Not necessarily the greatest feeling. Flag is showing left to right. See, these are the funky things where, like, the whole of the green looks like it goes right to left. But right down in here, I can see it going either way. I'm gonna put it just left edge. Come on, how is it like that? How is it like that? I mean, guess you just have to... Guess you have to play the aggressive line and to take that little dip out of play. Like, I do think I underhit that. Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty, man. That is just... Oh. It stings. You know, when you try and make the read, you think you've got it pretty well under wraps, and then that happens. All right, we're gonna try first 2 holes here. The layup seemed good, didn't get the result on the putt. I'm gonna take 3-wood here, which is not really the layup, and see what we can do with the pitch shot in. Red Rhythm or Greensman are best all around, Al. It's all really personal preference. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference. I use Sculptor with some power fittings and stuff. Power and what is it? The lie percentage seem to be the two biggest affecting ones in my opinion. Now, I don't know across the board as you look at different levels of players, but for me, this has been more than fine. Gotta release a little bit. Stay up. Okay. So we're getting these in fairly close. Now, it's definitely right to left once you're up at the hole. Like, I don't know if this is the type of thing where you play it like here and over hit it. Okay. Because I feel like in the general sense on some of these, at least, maybe it's just the first round, I feel like I was guessing wrong. You know, and that's the hard part is like, it is a guessing game, right? You know, how much do you think it's gonna break? And then, you know, where do you think you can put it to still find the center of the cup? And it's just a matter of, I think I have to trust everything that I've seen so far, which is telling me that play a little more break than you think. And so far, playing that little bit more has put us center cup. So we'll continue to test that theory. I mean, you know, maybe at some point it's going to completely bite us in the butt. Yeah, what's going on, Hurt? How we doing today? How was your holiday weekend? Wins a little bit. See, this is where it gets tough. 5-iron. I wanna make sure that we're getting it there. I also want to make sure that we are not going too far. But there is a backstop. Little slow. That might have counted as a push out to the side there as well. Again, pretty good distance. I'm really solid at the yardage. That seems to be like probably one of my best traits at the moment. Now this putt is gonna turn. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay, so if you're breaking like that, then you gotta get it going. You gotta get it going on the outside line. Gotta get it to a point where you think it's going to turn. I'm like here, I think. Just a little bit over. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Little high. Nice 2-putt. Pretty good read on the break overall, though. Okay, so it paid off last time. So do we just continue trying? Let's see here. We lay this up with that, bound it down. We've got a wedge, 7 yards to work with. Or you take the big stick, get the boomstick out, send that bounding down. We hit a nice pitch shot. I feel like you have to make a decision. I feel like you have to make a decision on what strategy you want to go for. I feel like that'll get us down to a nice sand wedge pitch. How's it going, Smarty Pants? Welcome back. Alright, a little bit fast, but that's out into the wind, so should hopefully keep it right-hand side here. Alright, what do we got? 73 yards, so I think this is eternally the risk that we're going to run into if we do go for these pitch shots. I think eternally the risk is making sure that yardage is good. Okay. Flip this thing up in the air, let the wind take it a little bit. We've got it playing, hopefully, the right amount short. Little fast. It's soft, though. Oh, beautiful. Okay. I wasn't sure, taking that much loft on it, if that's going to be enough to start spinning a sand wedge. Fortunately, the answer to that question is no. Nice and firm. Up and in. 3 in a row. This is a much different start than round 1, right? Much different start. If we can continue this type of play, go the same way we did on the back 9 last round, like, that goes a long, long, long way. I think the way that this is going, like, we should just, I feel like until it messes us up, send it down, because we might even, with shape and everything, we might be able to get this shot, like, up close for, I'm gonna play it stock, actually. I'm gonna play it stock. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here, that we're trying to, we end up in the rough trying to play a pitch shot, or like a flop shot up there, but that's a weird swing, but I'll take it. Probably one of my more awkward swings. So this is weird. This is weird territory. This is like what I think is probably the biggest risk that we take by just sending it down here. It's a flop shot, right? It's up the hill. And it's probably also uphill to the flag, if I am like visualizing this correctly. So we take the flop shot here, right? 53 yards, probably, maybe a little, maybe wind gets it to like 54. It's got to release 5 yards up the hill, which I don't think is happening. But I'm also just not partial pitching this. So I think this is the type of thing that I've probably done myself in. So we will take the flop shot in hopes that a pitching wedge flop will, release enough for us up this hill. But we're essentially leaving ourselves with an uphill putt, and it's just a matter of how long is said putt. A little slow, which is probably not what we want. Oh, that actually, okay. That actually got out quite a bit. Now, it did roll downhill. 13 feet one up. It's still 4 yards up and in, so not too different than what I was expecting out of this. What I'm not sure of right now is whether this is a... Whoops. Whether this is double braking. Feels a little left to right at the start. Just like maybe a touch right to left back at the end. Question becomes, where does that transition point occur? I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think it's somewhere in the middle. So if you were to play it something like here, I'm gonna put it just left edge. No, that's a net straight putt. That end part just doesn't break quite the way that you think. Yeah, what's going on, FPS? No, promo events don't count against you. If you do well in them, you'll move up. If you do poorly in them, you just won't get an additional boost in addition to your normal rounds, so they are definitely a fire away kind of situation. Hey, what's going on in a flash? Is this game worth a buy? Personally, I think yes. I'm a bit of an addict. I guess the biggest questions are, did you play 2K21 and how much did you play 2K21? But on a sale, I would always say yes. On a sale, I would always say yes. Ooh. Okay. Gap wedge gonna come up short. Plain and simple. Gap wedge, this wind, just a little bit short. So let's just flight it under the wind a little for us. Try and get ourselves somewhere up around the hole. That slow's gonna hurt a lot. I was probably always short though, wasn't I? I gotta figure those winds out a little bit better. I don't think I know how the wind really affects the gap wedge. 12 under opening on plat for you, map. Scoreable, but had a couple bad breaks. How scoreable is it? Like, or what is the scoring looking like in general? It seems like people are scoring lower than usual. Yeah, tis the vibe. Tis the vibe I'm getting. Like a 60 under week, great. I'm so good at shootouts. Oh, I pushed it. I pushed it. Pushed it. Getting good on chip distance control though. I feel like I'm very much so in control. Or at least for the most part. I feel like I've got pretty good control over those. This starts out, works its way right to left. Soft greens, so I can de-loft this a little bit. $169? Really? I guess the push slow is just that much of a killer. Because we de-loft that, it should, at least in my head, it should be giving me a little bit of a yardage boost. Okay. Well, it's probably more so, it's probably all just wind effect there. Plain and simple. This one seems like oddly left to right. I know it kind of looks flattish, but I'm getting weird vibes. Like from here, it seems like it should be right to left. I think I'm just gonna hit it straight. I think it's gonna be like a weird double triple breaker, like through the middle, just kind of bumpy. I hit it way too firm. Like way too firm. Holy cow, man. Up the, oh. Yeah, up the hill that just continued to go. Yikes. That was not good. That was not good at all. We're gonna, yep. Well, there's the 3-putt. There's the 3-putt. I mean, just absolutely blasted it. Absolutely blasted it, but I think because I hit it so firm, I guess completely really lost track of just how much that break was. Not the prettiest. Not the prettiest hole. All right, well, now we've got some work cut out for us here because we had the really good start. We're looking at last round and say, oh well, look at this. Well, then you go on a par trade and you give a bogey, and suddenly 3 birdies in the first 4 holes. It's not quite as good. It's not quite as good as it was a few moments ago. All right, come on, sand wedge. I like the way that sounds. I don't like the way that looks, though. Why are you so long? Okay, I'm getting way more carry out of wedges, I think, than I'm anticipating. Carrying way further at tailwinds and playing more on the headwinds, so I have some misconceptions. I have some very, very big misconceptions about the way that wind is playing at the moment. Alright, how much does this drop off behind? Like, how aggressive can I be? I can probably play a little bit over. So we'll play something like here. Oh, it just, maybe we're good. It took one extra little movement on me and really threw me off. It like started to go left, which is what I thought, or it started to go right, and but then it deked back left, and then it went back out right, and then it got on the line. Weird greens. Weird greens. All right. I think we're gonna go wood. Because we should still be able. Is that like an earlier bunker that I'm looking at? Or is that the same one? I guess that's the same one. Just take 3 wood, get it down to this pinch here. And then I gotta, I guess, just over overplay the wind. So like 111 uphill. Now this is more sideways, so I think I can probably play this shot at least a little more straight up. Still gotta play the side wind here, but fast into the wind is gonna go long, isn't it? I have a feeling too that my perception of distance is a little bit skewed because I do hit 101. I do hit 101% power very, very, very frequently. So I think what I am perceiving it to be just ends up being that little bit off. Now this breaks hard. This is gonna be a rough putt. Turn. Why didn't you turn as much? I mean, it did get there eventually, but I thought like off the putter face, we're veering. Okay, so despite the way that things began, we do not find ourselves going into the back nine here in any sort of different position. Now, what we do find is a drivable par 4 over water that begs many questions of what do we do. I think 4-iron is pretty much always death. I think hybrid, if we play it out to the right, I think that's the safe play. It's a little bit of a fade into it, but I think the wind should hopefully still push it out left. Back towards the hole. It's a nice strike. But there's the safety of it all. There's the safety of it all. But that'll be a little chip shot from here. I just don't think I'm ever comfortable enough to try and play that truly outside the tree line. I don't see a world where where I play that much differently. Now, I do think that this goes left to right. I do think that this goes left to right and then right to left at the end. Comes off the putter or off the club face. Something here. At least this is how I'm playing it. We'll see if it's correct. All right, gotta make sure the swing plane is good. It's not how I saw that going. I was thinking more of like a leak left to right, not that kind of shot where it like hard turns. Okay. Start the back nine outright. Obviously, because of the bogey and the par trains and stuff, like we're putting ourselves in a spot where we pretty much have to have a big back nine. I don't think there's really any way around that. So birdie is obviously very key But we've gotta keep birdies like that going. I think it's gonna be a week of missed opportunities. I do. You know, that's how most of our weeks are. Quite frankly, a lot of our weeks are all about, you know, just how many missed opportunities did we have. But on a course like this, with greens like this, like I think that's gonna be the story. I like this though. Get in! On the fly. Aha! So freaking close. Yeah, maybe things like that too, right? You know? Oh man, if only that one shot dropped. The stories of what could have been. The stories of what could have been. The 6-iron into the wind just, it's not quite speaking to me. 5-iron seems a bit much though. Maybe it's 5-iron with a draw. I feel like this gets knocked down too much. Like, way too much. And if I de-loft 16 yards. We're definitely not getting that much, but lofted just a little bit and suddenly I gotta, this is where you have to like play mindful of the water. I'm gonna play it a little bit more towards center green, but hope it's really out over the pin. It's a beautiful strike. It is center green. And distance is too shaped. That's a mean, not mean, I mean, it's just, that's a tough hole. That's a tough hole. I play a little bit too much off of it. And then because of that, we've just got a giant hill. Now, obviously, knowing that the hill exists, like, I'm probably gonna play this a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, it's so difficult to, you know everything about every course. It's just a lot of time to be able to actually know these greens ahead of time. You go uphill and over. I think there's some left to right. I think there's some left to right, and it seems like there's some right to left at the end, but I'm gonna bank on there being just a little more left to right. And at this distance, I think I gotta bring that back. Well, we'll start rounds 1 and 2's back nine the exact same way, 3 birdies in a row, and that's a 42-footer in the books. Woo, traveling with some pace there. Traveling with some pace. Hey, Chupacabra, welcome back. It's a lovely start. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely start. Okay, so driver's an interesting one, because I do think that driver is almost too much. It's soft, but with wind in, I think with wind in, we will still be able to pitch it. Found a full cheesecake with a due-by date yesterday. Have to eat it all tonight, won't you? In the spirit of not wasting food? No. Oh yeah, no. I mean that's pretty much a given. Wait, I think, you know, for the good of all people, you're gonna have to finish that off. You're gonna have to finish that off tonight. Actually, we're down far enough that gap wedge flop might actually be the play here. I'm gonna see if we can actually get a read on the green. Oh, we can. Again, left to right. So I think this is similar pin. I think this is a similar pin. So I am going to probably play this here. I'm not expecting the wind to play much at all for yardage. I'm expecting it to play though for spin. So I think it's gonna get up there. I think it's gonna sit.
O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
The pull fast. It did come up short though, but I don't know if that's from the fast or not. I'm gonna say Wes. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if that's like for Wes or Lols. I know I'm butchering the name in like multiple different ways, but thank you for the follow. Why does it have to act like it's straight at the end? It feels left to right. Like not a lot, but just because everything prior to that point is definitely left to right. I think comes off the first bit, it's turning, and then slow drift. I think we'll go with this. I do, Wes. I do. I'm very new to it though, so I'm a 39 handicap, but I want to get out and play so much more than I do. That's tough. That's tough. Has a little bit of fake break into it, and then ends up being a lot flatter, but most of these have been breaking more rather than less, so I just kind of have to go with that initial read and just trust what I'm seeing. Ooh. I don't think this pitching wedge gets to the hole, but I think that this 9-iron is carrying quite far. So I'm gonna try 9-iron. I'm actually gonna loft it quite a bit here. Should have a soft landing. It should have a soft landing. That's not a bad strike. This should actually be pretty good. Finally! Finally an ace! It's about dang time, Merry Christmas! There we go! Hey, what's going on, Eric? Welcome back. Alright, so we've got a putt for Albatross, and we've got an ace on True Sim. That was gorgeous. Then just perfect kick. Oh. That was one. It felt good. It felt good. It looked good, it felt good. Love that. Love that. All right, let's not follow it up by putting the ball in the water. Let's make sure that we play this shot smartly. Because I can probably carry out. You would need a heck of an overpower to get that thing to carry the water. So I think this is just easy 3-wood. I think this is easy 3-wood. Get it out there. Slow is fine because it'll hop and skip over this rough here. There it is. You're out and then saw it pop up on your game screen, Pat. Thanks, man. And yeah, Bonacor, like we have not gotten an ace yet in this game. We've had plenty in the last game. Now, last game probably largely due to it being on pro. We had a good chunk. But yeah, finally getting one on 2K23. Oh, gets the heart rate going. Gets the heart rate going. I think this is uphill to the hole, but I'm hoping that this wind at the back gives it just enough momentum. It's a nice strike. Come on, get up there. Back-to-back ace Albie. Not quite. Not quite. It thought about it. It thought about it. That would be the sickest thing, by the way. I just need that to be like on the record. If you hit an ace with an Albie as a follow-up, like that would be nasty. Aggressive line. We're getting the eagle. We're not even thinking about it. Boom. Give me the eagle. All right. That'll do it. That'll do it. You had an eagle Albie combo in the last game map? Yeah, but was it ace Albie? Because that's different, man. I mean, Eagle Albie is still pretty sick. Don't get me wrong. I think we had triple eagle last game. There are definitely some like just crazy combos of holes that you can get if you play them right on certain courses and just like unload. All right, brisk. Brisk? Is that how would you ever describe a swing as brisk? I don't know, that seems that seems weird. Nice little swing. Alright, come on, gap wedge. Gap wedge has been a weird, like, or just wedges in general. I feel like I've been overplaying the wedges just a little bit. So I'm not gonna touch this one. I'm not gonna touch this one. I gotta trust that it's good. That's fast. Sit. Be soft. All right. The fast would have been. I'd be better off without it, but that's okay. You describe an iced tea as brisk? Well, okay, so not all iced teas are brisk, but all brisks are iced tea? Is that accurate? I don't know. I think they might do some lemonade stuff too. That statement was just wrong all around. No, I know. I know it's a brand. That's what I'm trying to say. Their brand is not all iced tea. I think they have some lemonade and other flavors. Your love life is brisk? Dang, that sucks for you. A walk is brisk? Yeah, it can be. You can also go on a slow walk or a power walk. Walks can be many things. Walks are not locked into one state of being. I think it is below my feet with a slow drift left to right. I don't love it. But I think I have to do it. Go in. That's the wrong direction to brake. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with that? Like, come on now. You gotta brake a little more reasonably than that. Stop giving me these stupid things where it's like, well, maybe if you just hit everything straight, that's when you have a chance. Like, no. There was brake. It looked like it had brake. Broke the other way. Just give me a couple more tools to read your dang brake. Are we going up over the tree? I feel like we are. It seems like a up over the tree kind of course. Something like that should hopefully be enough to give it the distance and also the loft to lift. I'm glad that didn't touch that tree, because that was close. That was an ugly, ugly swing. So what do we go? Driver off the deck here? Driver. I don't know if we're. Actually, you know what? Driver actually seems like the right play. I gotta hit a better swing plane than what we just did, though, if we want to driver this up to the green. I pulled it. Big kick right. Over the sand, back to fairway. Boom. Well. Oh, it's sand. I was gonna say, if that counts as grass, then maybe there's a chip in our playbook. But actually, there is a bit of splashing that can go on here. It just becomes, what does the green do? Little left to right? Oh boy. Oh boy. This has to go pretty far left, right? Like, what does this swing even look like? Yeah, so something like here, and then it's around pin high, a little bit short, and then spin it, something like that. All right, well, this ought to be interesting. Let's make a nice splash out eagle, yeah. Or we duff it, because your boy did not swing at that anywhere near enough. Okay, well, yeah. Sometimes you just lose. Sometimes you just lose. That's that. We lost. That was bad. But to be fair, I don't think we had done much of any splashing today, so definitely need to have that in my head. I need to hit that a little more aggressively. What in the world does this putt do? Gosh darn it. Yeah, no, I think maybe somewhere around here. Might be low, but That's actually not all that firm. That's... I mean, hitting it. I don't think that's a. I don't think that's a hold that's gonna get a whole ton of scoring. Maybe some birdies. Yeah, I just have to have a better splash there. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, 3 wood. If we do this, I am more right than I think I am. So we're aiming here. Big draw up and over the trees. It's a high draw fairway, right? Somehow I'm gonna find the rough out to the right. No, I'm not. There we go. This is gonna be such like a I said it the first time, but like 18 on this course, this has to be like, for me, 17, 18 are like 2 of the toughest drives. But at least the first one of the 2, like it's a par 5, so you have some wiggle room you can work around, and this is just tough. I have not been playing quite enough wind for these shots, I don't think. So we're gonna take this pitching wedge just a little more out. The fast keeps happening with the pull. I did finally get the yardage pretty good. Just sucks to put myself that far out of position. Like just the pull or just the fast would have been okay. Maybe just the fast. I don't really like the pull, but it is what it is. All right, pretty substantial left to right. We're just gonna give it outside. I'm gonna give it just a little bit less, actually. Need even less than that, huh? Okay, well, you know, we tried. Big way to rally back. You know, ace eagle back to back there, definitely helping the cause. That front 9 is eating me up. Back 9 we seem to be a little bit more in rhythm with. 19 under through 2, definitely not the worst, considering where people are at now. I don't know what PC looks like. Obviously, there's probably some heavy hitters like Sloaner still to tee off here. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. The weekend has some really tough rounds, and you know, if Scud struggled, it's gonna be hard for us not to struggle. But all in all, I think we've been playing pretty well. So looking forward to the weekend.